It's Madden NFL 23, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. Coming up next.
We are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 and the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Dustin Hopkins about set to get us started, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. This will be fielded inside the 5. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson looking to throw right away. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end, of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a 4th. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Room here to run. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 17-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at about 4 for 1st. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Jackson now. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run here with Edwards. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Could not have scripted it any better. And many offenses do script their opening possession on offense. Energy, not just to the offensive unit, but to their team overall.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throw a football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when their body's on the field and he's creating with big throws downfield.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Herbert. His throw in.
Defensively here at the outset of this drive, they forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Flush, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A man who has done this a lot, Justin Houston, in there to record the sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8.
Well, talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on it. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
A big loss on 1st down leads to a tricky 2nd down. 18 yards to go. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 56 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They scored games.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very time.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on. Now it's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. More from L.A. in a moment. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Flush to his right. And that will be in.
Fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2. They can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Now it's Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end Andrews. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's the option going right. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball. Goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Retained possession there, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
That's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here. Half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Time Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you see one play and into the end zone. Tucker now to add the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line at 5, and into the end zone for 6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. So out come the Chargers. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got
here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
Stats there. How about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. Herbert operating from the red zone. And to the right side here, it's Allen. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Williams on a touchdown throw from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel
entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So it's 75 yards. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half, and with a little under a minute to add to their lead should they so choose. Now Jackson on first down. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turn. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Oh, he dropped it.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. They find some open field here. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they...
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Herbert throwing again. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Gerald over as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive exploder.
Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Hopkins with the extra point, 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half slated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try to cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And the last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Herbert. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end, Parham. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Herbert now. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Draw play, it's Eckler. And he'll just plow right into it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding him to no gain.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side is into the 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. A good to 4 and no further. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Again, Herbert. Eluding the pressure. Touchdown! Austin Eckler for 4 yards now. And the Chargers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet
oh, this is blocked. And now the Ravens get it. Taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Well, you figure with a veteran kicker out there, these extra points almost automatic, but this one turns into 2 points the other way.
And we both know it's hard to put it on him. I think there was a breakdown in the protection, but guess what? It does go against his record.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they were terrific in the 1st half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go
in Inglewood. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Now this offense back out point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the back to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Herbert. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But
Dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And they're waving pressure too much. Down he goes. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. It's caught inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. It worked.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Guyton from 21 yards away. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying play.
Time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And now it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, 5. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt. The defensive guy saw it as
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
And get 2 points.
they can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't.
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and down or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 47 yards now on the ground at just 7 carries.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson now. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
First down, Ravens.
as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Throwing now is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Now Herbert. And that's caught by Williams.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Herbert going to throw. And that one drops down, and it's 2nd down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Herbert.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And down pick up of 9.
Throwing, Herbert.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out-round catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
It's here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle you're supposed to play it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Herbert to throw.
And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken 34-yard line.
Herbert.
For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And they're going to move it down. Clock now under 30 ticks and running.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
The pickup, 1st down. Herbert now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This will get the lead up to 7. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.